Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmates. So, my report is about teaching as facilitator. So, teaching as facilitator is facilitating learning involves teaching students to think critically and understand how the learning process works. So, ang facilitating learning, so ito yung ina-apply natin sa pagtuturo, which is hindi lang basta tayo nagtuturo, kundi nagfa-facilitate din tayo o fina-facilitate din natin yung mga estudyante natin para mas madali silang makaintindi. We provide knowledge, pero hindi lang basta knowledge, also helping our students to learn by understanding the processes. So, according to Mike Gospe, there is 9 characteristics of a good facilitator. So, number 1, an unbiased perspective. So, ang unbiased perspective is from the word unbiased. So, halimbawa, kung magbibigay man tayo ng task sa estudyante natin, make sure that they are comfortable. Kumbaga, komportable silang gawin yung task. Yung suitable para sa kanila. Then, yung hindi tayo magbabase sa isang tao lang. For example, nagpagawa tayo ng task which is groupings. Hindi pwede na ang pakikinggan lang natin na side is yung sa leader. Dapat pakinggan rin natin yung members para fair. Just to know din kung talagang nakaintindi sila or naintindihan nila yung binigay mong task. Or kung mayroon silang natutunan dun sa binigay mong task. So, number 2, sensitivity to the feelings of individuals. So, we, as a teacher, also a facilitator, you have to be so understanding to individuals, especially on their feelings. Kasi sometimes, may mga bata talaga na sensitive o madaling ma-offend. So, dapat alam natin kung paano natin sasabihin sa kanila or paano natin kumbaga pag for example, nag-share sila ng kanilang knowledge about your topic. So, hindi pwede na kapag medyo malayo yung answer ng bata o shinare ng bata dun sa topic o hindi siya masyadong related, hindi pwede na sasabihin mo sa kanya, you're wrong. Dapat sabihin mo rin correct yung sinabi niya, pero explain mo rin na dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. So, sensing how your students are feelings and understanding how to respond to a particular situation, it also a critical skill of a facilitator. Isa rin yun sa mga critical skills ng isang facilitator is yung alam mo kung paano mo sasabihin dun sa bata na hindi siya ma-offend. So, number 3, sensitivity to the feelings of the group. So, dito naman, we also have to be open-minded, especially when it comes of sharing knowledge. Kasi diba sometimes, pag nagpapagawa tayo ng task, hindi natin maiwasan na meron talagang hindi masyadong nakaintindi. So, we have to be more patient. Hindi pwede na, porket hindi masyadong naintindihan ng isang group, magalit na tayo. Dapat, mas bigyan natin sila ng panahon para and explain it para mas maintindihan nila. So, ang number 4 is ability to listen. So, yung kakayahan nating makinig, open up of your students, sometimes dito sa ability to listen, na-apply natin yung pagiging talkative. As a facilitator kasi, you had to listen carefully. For example, nag-film viewing ka. So, ikaw na facilitator, hindi ka lang basta manonood. You had to sum up or respond directly on what they are watching. Nang sa ganon, you can assure that they can understand, they can understand it. Kasi sometimes, hindi naman lagi na-indicate dun sa pinapanood nila yung lahat ng bagay na kailangan nilang malaman. So, number 5, tact. So, dito sa tact, di ba sometimes kapag nafe-feel nating naboboard sila, which is yung estudyante natin, sa task na binibigay natin, kumbaga, yung hindi sila nakaka-relate. Ika nga, so we must take uncomfortable actions, like, mag-isip tayo ng way para ma-engage or maka-relate sila. Like di ba sometimes, may mga subject teacher talaga na yung nakakatamad magturo, kasi nga, parang hindi tayo nakaka-relate doon sa tinuturo nila. So, may mga teacher na kapag napapansin nilang hindi na-engage doon sa estudyante nila yung topic nila, gumagawa sila ng way para ma-engage yung mga estudyante nila. So, number 6, commitment to collaboration. So, dito sa commitment to collaboration, it obligates us or you as a teacher, as a facilitator, to do something with purpose to achieve. So, kasi it really hard to facilitate Masasabi nating mahirap yung nagpa-facilitate tayo. Yung mas madali pa rin yung traditional teacher. Pero, wag mong isipin na nakakapagod at mahirap yung nagpa-facilitate ka than the traditional teacher. Ang isipin mo is yung goal mo, why you doing it. Yung purpose to achieve. Yung kumbaga, yung goal mo, why you are doing it. Kasi it obligates you to do that. So, ang number 7, a sense of timing. So, dito sa a sense of timing, we have to develop yung sinasabing sixth sense for time. Dito sa ang sinasabing sixth sense for time, like, for example, when we have to bring a discussion close. So, syempre, hindi naman pwede na doon tayo mag-end. Doon natin tapusin yung discussion natin sa hindi naman dapat. Or kapag, kunyari, yung estudyante natin, masyado ng pagkahaba-haba yung explanation niya. So, as a teacher, as a facilitator, kailangan alam natin kung kailan puputulin yung isang discussion. Or kapag dumating sa point na wala na tayong oras, kasi ubos na yung oras natin, so dapat alam natin kung saan tayo magtatapos. So, ang number 8, resourcefulness and creativity. So of course, we as a teacher, we have to be resourcefulness and creativity. Kasi 'di ba sometimes the discussion do not unfold as we expect, as we plan. Parang kumbaga hindi naman lahat ng klase natin is magsasucceed. Kasi sometimes like naplano na natin na magbibigay tayo ng task, and then pagdating pala natin sa classroom, may let us say gusto mong magpa-experiment sa mga like mga apparatus like that, tapos may nawala. So dapat resourcefulness tayo. A good facilitator always have tricks or backup plans. Yun pala. Dapat as a teacher, as a facilitator, we always have our backup plans. Nang sa ganun, mapadali tayo sa pag-achieve ng ating task. So, ang number 9, last but not the least, a sense of humor. So, a sense of humor is ability to laugh. Of course, as a good facilitator, as a good teacher, ay dapat hindi tayo KJ, sabi nga nila. Tawa-tawa din minsan, hindi yung nakasimangot lagi. Nang sa ganun, everybody is happy. So that is the end of my report. Shukran and wassalam.